is dark. But you see, because we can't bring our nations back, it will happen through God allowing something to happen in our nations, some catastrophe. And from that catastrophe, the rebuilding can take place. I have my own views about what that catastrophe will be, what shape it will take, and how the rebuilding might happen. But suffice it to say that that rebuilding will require the teaching of children about Moses and Joshua as Jesus, James and Jude were clearly taught by their parents, by the Virgin Mary. When they imbibe the Old Testament and the New Testament, they will have families of their own and they'll pass that on. And thus we will have a renewed civilization. It is the only way, a return to Catholic Christendom. Now, those Old Testament and New Testament tales were told through the mystery plays. Now, of course, we could have mystery movies. Not murder mystery movies, but salvation mystery movies, where the mystery plays are transferred to television and told in a narrative way. We could do that in all kinds of media, so that everywhere one looked, one would be seeing the Bible, the Old Testament, the New Testament. And we would have those saints' days again. And we would have the sacraments lived. So, for example, if you have families linked together, the sacrament of baptism is not just a couple of people. It'll be whole families will be together for a child's baptism, as happens in southern Italy. And there will be, in marriages, whole families, as it is with Asian immigrants to Britain. Big affairs, because there are these family links. That is how it will have been in the past, in the medieval era. The whole village will be involved in the marriage. But that loss of community links is detrimental to what is one could call real social cohesion. Social cohesion which comes through family bonding and then this broad Catholic underpinning of values and ways of looking at the world. That is what will renew us, but it will come through, unfortunately, a catastrophe that must affect the West now, because there's no sign of any leaders taking things further forward. Donald Trump is the best we've got, but he can't do it. It's just not in his mental frame. He's got a purpose, as Cyrus of Persia had, and was called anointed a Christ in the Old Testament. Let's hope he's not as negative in his effect as Cyrus of Persia, but this is really out of man's hands now. It's gone too far. And I think God will not allow Christendom to disappear. The flame will not completely go out. It will be relit, but through great tribulation.